How do I get rid of fear? How do I move through my fear to step into my empowerment, step into my courage, and most importantly, to achieve the goals I have in my life? Well, first of all, let's look at what fear is. It's a normal thing, and we all have it inside our lives. There's no one that hasn't experienced fear ever. We all have it. It's a standard part of living. And we have two options though with our fear. We can actually become afraid of our fear. We can avoid it. We can say, well, I'm not going to do anything that allows me to experience the fear. And this is the worst route to take. This is where our comfort zone shrinks. This is a gateway to more anxiety and to more depression and to lower self-worth because we don't overcome the things that we're afraid of. Think of fear as like a wall between you and the things that you want. And what a lot of people do, and this is definitely the thing we want to avoid, is they see that barrier and they say, well, I won't do that because I'm afraid of it. And they use fear as a decision-making criteria. Anything that I'm afraid of, they're the things that I won't do. I'm afraid of that, so I'm going to move away. I'm afraid of that, so I'm going to think about it more. I'm afraid of that, so I'm going to plan a little bit more, which is just a fancy way of procrastinating. Instead, we have to see fear as the work that we need to do. When we notice that something brings up fear inside us, we need to realize that that is the thing for us to move towards. Why? Because one of our jobs here is to release the fear that we have inside us. And the only way that you can release the fear that you have inside you is to do the thing that you're afraid of. It's to face the fear. Susan Jeffers wrote a really great book on this called Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. And what she's talking about is the importance of taking action on the things that bring up the fear, breathing it in, facing it. As a result of facing our fears, we release our fears. They leave us. And then we become fearless. We no longer have fears around those things. For example, I always wanted to be a professional speaker. When I first started professional speaking, I had so much fear around even doing what I'm doing right now. Being in front of a camera, man, it just took me so long to record a video. Being in front of stage, I couldn't sleep the night before. And then I started doing these things more and more and more and more and more, and I released the fear. Now I can show up here and I don't have any fear around doing it. But the only reason why is not because I didn't have the fear in the first place, it's because I did have the fear in the first place. And then I decided to consciously do the things that I was afraid of, so now I don't have the fear. And the more fearless we become in life, the more empowered we become, because we stop holding ourselves back from playing a small game and we start stepping into more of our own empowerment and more of our own greatness inside our lives. I want to encourage you to face the things that give you fear, even in just the smallest little ways. Now, a lot of people say when it comes to our fear, you've got to take massive action, you've got to completely change everything. Actually, all the research shows that that's not the best way to approach it. Instead, it's about taking small, manageable, and consistent steps on a regular basis. Every day, do one little thing to take one step towards your goals and your dreams and the things that are truly inside your heart. If you've taken away any value from this video at all, if you've resonated with it, if you loved it, I'd love to invite you to go ahead and click the link below. You'll head over to another page where I'd love to tell you a bit more about a live one-day event that we're running where we talk more about ideas like this, how you can apply them to your own life, and how you can apply them to the lives of others. Go ahead and click the link below, and I trust I will see you on the other side.